Hey, thanks for checking in my video series on the school districts in the counties around Indianapolis. This video is about Hamilton County. I'm Brian. I'm a realtor in the Indianapolis area, and maybe more importantly to this video, I am a former educator. For 20 years, I worked in the Center Grove School District, so I do have a love for education and the education system. I'm also a parent of two, so I know that education is important to the future success, potentially, of my kids. And so this series kind of ties all of that together. Hamilton County. Now, this may very well be the most expensive county around the Indianapolis area. Awesome schools in the Hamilton County area, probably headlined by Carmel, and you can also throw Fishers and Hamilton Southeastern, Noblesville, Westfield, Guerin Catholic. There are some phenomenal high schools in Hamilton County. That's academic, that is athletic, that is arts. There are so many wonderful things about the Hamilton County schools, not to mention some great cities. And I've already named some of them: Carmel, Westfield, Fishers, Noblesville. When awards come out for some of the best cities to live in, not just in Indiana, but nationally, many times those cities hit the list. So Hamilton County is a super Hamilton County is a super popular area for people to want to live in. Now, it does take a certain income to be able to live in parts of Hamilton County, so that does factor in. But if you've got the cash, you've got the money to be able to afford a house up in that general area, then you're going to want to know about the schools and which one is going to be the best one to go and send your kids to. So let's break it down into 4 categories. And if you want to know more about the 4 categories that I'm using here, go back to the initial intro video for this series, and I'll give you more information on that. As we go along, I'll give you a bit of information about each as well, but here we go. First category, graduation pathways completion. Now, this is the number of students who complete graduation requirements. That's really all there is to that. And on this list, this isn't about ranking schools. It's really just putting them in order, I guess, from top to bottom when it comes to each particular category. So on the list, Guerin Catholic and the Excel Center in Hamilton County, 100% of their students meet graduation requirements. Guerin Catholic, obviously a private school. Excel Center is a private school. I truly don't even know how many students go there, but a little smaller graduating classes for sure. Then we get into the public schools. Noblesville, Westfield, those are almost 100%. They're in the 98% range. Carmel's in the 98% range, as is Fishers and Indiana Academy. Hamilton Southeastern's at 97, Hamilton Heights at 95, and unfortunately Sheridan High School comes in at 27.5%. There's only a couple hundred students in that graduating class, but apparently there's maybe some issues with graduation requirements. Maybe statistics were reported wrong. I did get this directly from Department of Education website, so that's what was reported. Next category is diploma strength. Now, this is the students who graduate with at least a Core 40 diploma, and there are multi-levels of diplomas when it comes to high school. Core 40 is the state's minimum requirement for a student to be able to get their high school diploma. And on this list, we have 3 schools coming in at 100% of their students getting at least a Core 40 with Guerin Catholic, the Excel Center, and Indiana Academy. 3 private schools right there. Then we get into the public schools with Carmel in the high 96%, Westfield and Fishers and Hamilton Southeastern all over 96%, obviously phenomenal. And then Noblesville, Emon still in the 90% range, Hamilton Heights and Sheridan in the 89% range. Nothing to scoff at with those 2 schools. High 80s is wonderful when it comes to Core 40, but there is that list. Third category is employment and enrollment. Now, these are students that within the first year of graduating high school, they are either employed or enrolled within Indiana. Now, that's a key ingredient because we know that a lot of students, after they graduate high school, they go to college somewhere outside of the state. They may end up going and moving somewhere out of the state to find a job and start their life. Maybe they enroll in the military, not sure. So this percentage is number of students that are still within the state 1 year after high school. Top of the list, Noblesville, 90% of their students wind up in that category. That's the only one in the 90s. Almost all the other schools are in the 80% range of something. Hamilton Heights at 89%, Sheridan at 88.5%, going all the way down to the Excel Center at 80.6%. Indiana Academy, only 57% of their students wind up enrolled or employed within Indiana in the first year. Now, maybe a lot of the Indiana Academy kids wind up going somewhere outside of the state. Maybe that's traditional there. I don't exactly know, but obviously that is the lowest on this list. Final category that I chose was median income. Now, as a parent, this is a category that maybe means the most to me because I'm curious about what type of job or career that I could expect my child to have after they're done with high school. Now, this category is 5 years after their expected graduation date, and this is only within Indiana. If they are starting their life somewhere outside of Indiana, it does not factor into this particular equation. Here we go. Now, there are a couple of schools, Amon School and Indiana Academy, the smaller private schools, they don't have information for this, so they technically don't make the list. Top of the list is Hamilton Heights. Their median income of their former students, $41,000. Garin Catholic is over $41,000, and Carmel is over $41,000. Now, if I'm looking at my kid in their early 20s to be making at least $40,000, that's not bad. And if they have a significant other or someone that they share a place with and you have dual incomes going on, $40,000 is a nice start, especially if the other person has decent money to put on top of that. That's a good life to have in your 20s, in my opinion. Fishers is at $40,000. Then Noblesville is over $39,000, and it goes down the bottom of the list. The Excel Center is $30,000, still decent for someone in their early 20s, but not sure that that person is maybe living on their own if they're only making $30,000 these days. So that's information about Hamilton County. I would love to share with you other information if you want information on those cities, if you're considering making a move. If you want some more school information, I can help you locate that, maybe do a little research for you if needed. Drop me a comment. Let me know what you think about Hamilton County. And if you have any questions, either reach out or drop me a comment and I'll see what I can do about getting back with you. Thanks for watching.